Oh, hell no. Audio should be good. Why is it so high? Yo, testing, testing. Okay. We should be live. We should be good. Everything should be straight. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure my mic's straight. Mic check, mic check. Okay, mic's good. Mic's good. All right, we good. We cooking. It is time. It is that time. Come in. Hey, first time on your stream. Techno, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you is new. And we finna cook, man. I appreciate you tuning in. If you don't know who I am, look me up on X. I've been trading TCT concepts for about a year and what, going on 6 months. Studying, you know, trading it probably only for like maybe 5 months, right? Because before that, I was just clicking the button. Nowadays, you know, I'm still perfecting my psychology. I'm still perfecting my trading. But for the most part, I guess you could say I'm advanced because I really understand how to find these high probability setups. So let's get right into it. Enough talking, bro. Hold on. These charts gotta get updated. Okay. Make sure y'all drop a like on the stream and let's get right. Nice, man. How long you been trading, Techno? How long you been trading TCT concepts? All my freaking charts is not updated. I had to restart my laptop. Okay, so far these the only POIs I have. Also have this POI. That's an obvious POI. Got some type of supply that got created right here. And it's not valid. It's valid on the lower time frame. Not valid on the low time frame. Okay, this will be our extreme supply right here. These last two bullish candles. Hold on, let me talk louder. I gotta make sure I'm talking louder. A couple months ago, found Lars, like 3-ish years of stupid retail trading. Oh no, man. Hey man, I got some. Boy, people. Hey, once you learn how to trade with the market makers, bro, you never go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really have to understand that the market makers is in control. You know what I'm saying? They got the upper hand because they got the billions of dollars, right? So we just trading with them. We not trying to, predict and guess what they gonna do. No, we're gonna let them do what they gonna do, and then we just gonna react. All right, most people they try to react thinking they know what's gonna happen, trading without a confirmation, and then boom. That's how everything goes bad. But nice, a couple months. That's what's up, brother. Keep grinding, keep working. TCT concepts work, bro. I'm telling you, it works. It's just the main thing is your psychology. You just have to understand yourself. You have to understand who you are as an individual, and just continue to just get that experience, right? It's good to watch Lars and watch other people stream like me, and just try to like copy trade, but make sure you actually like taking notes and learning this skill set for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That way you can be able to do this without Lars, without me. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me use this as my supply POI. Okay. USDT, we were in a dang. This model failed. If this model fails, that's crazy. All right, let me see. Chop USDT down real quick. So currently we kind of in a higher time frame range. This is an aggressive sell-off, but the fact that we kind of had a low time frame accumulation schematic already, or we got a cumulative price action, we can pull our range from this low to the high, and this probably would be like a nice range to look at if we start to get a move higher. Let me see. Or you could really pull it from here to this high on the 30-minute. Yeah, USDT. It looked like we was trying to accumulate, but as of right now, we swept this high, and now we're getting a rotation lower, and that's why on BTC, I'm not sure if I marked it out. Let me see if I marked it out. Wait, not BTC. Was it BTC? Yeah. Psychology. Ride the wave on, bro. I try to do mid time frame though. I don't have the time for low time frame at the moment. Nah, all good, bro. Those when you just starting out, it's good to start off like mid time frame and really understand like and get a feeling for taking these setups, cause the setups or the ranges that have a duration of over like a day or like 12 hours, those be those high probability ranges. Like we accumulated right here, as you can see, where our initial range low, we swept the low and then we came back. So this is an accumulation schematic. How long did it take? This is a low time frame, but it's took like 19 hours, so almost a day, right? Almost a whole entire day. And then you get your confirmation, you go long, you target the high, boom. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just made a beautiful trade, and yeah. But let's see. I wouldn't be looking at this as a range right now. I would be looking at this as liquidity. Actually, all of this is liquidity, to be real. And we getting aggressive sell-off right now. These last two bearish candles before the move higher, causing this slight consolidation, and now we're getting aggressive sell-off. So this would be a nice supply POI to look at. So we can set our alerts right here. We set an alert at that high or at that supply POI. If we retrace, right, and then we can set an alert at this low and right here. Not really too much. Actually, we really don't have to set alerts, but I mean, because we right now we just having an aggressive move. Nothing, you know, that looks good as far as USDT. So USDT is kind of clear now. Not too much to look at besides just supply and demand POIs. We kind of had some type of low time frame accumulation price action, but as you can see now, it looks as if we have an aggressive sell-off. Do we have extreme supply or extreme demand? Let's check. We do have extreme demand, so this demand POI, we're mitigating it right now. Okay. We should not lose this demand POI. If we lose this demand POI, that means this low time frame model fails. Basically, like this. And I made that way too far. Scoot this over. So USDT is kind of clear. Let's see. So we kind of got initial range low. We got our first deviation, our second deviation, and then we got our confirmation right here on this aggressive breaking structure back to bullish. We had a rotation up, came, swept this high. Did we tap into any type of supply that made us reject, or did we just grab liquidity? It looks as if we just grabbed liquidity. Yeah, so we just grabbed this high and we rejected. Let's check the volume profile for this range coming right there. Okay, we're on a very low time frame, so not too much to pay attention to, but this is what we're looking at on USDT. Alert set. Psychology is the biggest barrier. Working on it, not facts, bro. Your psychology is the most important, because any strategy that you choose to trade with is going to be profitable. Most strategies that's out there is profitable. The main thing is just the individual, the trader. Are you managing your risk each trade? Are you over leveraging? Right? Are you risking more than you're supposed to? Because if you are, then that's gonna make it to where you end up losing more than what you're making, because you're not having the proper risk to reward. You're not risking you're not having a proper risk management. You got to make sure you risk a certain amount each setup, right? And then over a series of trades, that's how you can tell if your system is profitable. But you know, people, they enter trades without actual confirmation, and then sometimes when you first starting off, you kind of got to understand like how to feel the market, like kind of be in flow with the market and kind of have a feel for like where price is intended to go, and it kind of comes with experience. You don't have to take losses to get good, right? You can paper trade. You can go through prop firms and start off with a small account balance and slowly just trade it as if it's a real account, right? You can get a 10K account, risk like $50 each setup on a eval, and take it slow while you just starting off instead of trying to use live capital, over leveraging, um, over risking, entering trades that's not based off your edge, right? You don't know if the trade has a higher probability of playing out because you don't. It's not part of your edge. You haven't back tested it. You're just clicking a button, expecting to make some profits, right? So, looking at BTC, most of the time we have these low time frame models that go over into a mid time frame range. So right now we could potentially look at this as our range high and our range low. We could set an alert at this high and we could set an alert at this low. Simple. There's really nothing much to look at on BTC. I think we have some demand that we potentially bounce from on the left. Let's see what demand POIs we have. Okay, 5 minute. Valid, not valid. I like to go to the low time frame and find my POIs because that's how you find those very nice POIs. So like right here, you can see we have inefficiency, and then right here we got this aggressive move higher, and then we kind of had like a minor pullback. You can kind of use this as kind of a area where price can potentially come and bounce from. Right, more refined demand POI. But right now, this is what we're looking like on BTC. Nothing special. We just got to be patient, allow price to start, either deviate the range high or deviate the range low. And once we see that price actually deviating, right, not this, and then coming back, that's not a deviation. Once we see price start to, wait, my fault. Once we see price kind of have that slow move up, deviate the high, then get an aggressive sell-off back in, then we can start to looking for a potential model, right? A potential distribution schematic where we have our low time frame going to our mid time frame, right? So set your alert at the range high and set an alert at the range low for BTC. And actually, I'm gonna show y'all how I go about I'm gonna post my charts and stuff. Also, we have news tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure Lars is gonna be streaming tomorrow. He's gonna do a public stream and he's gonna stream this more than likely. I could be wrong, but more than likely he will stream this. If not, I'm gonna try to stream it, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna stream it. So that'll be interesting to see what type of price action we get. And then we got red folder news again on Thursday, So we got a lot of red folder news. Dang, even another one the next Thursday. Like, look at this, man. We got a lot of red folder events this month. So it's going to be a lot of opportunities in the market. So make sure y'all just staying patient and just trading y'all high probability setups, managing your risk properly. And I promise you, over a series of trades, if you're actually executing the correct way, you will be profitable. But the main thing is just having the right execution, right? And that takes, practice, You gotta practice. But let's get into these main crypto trading pairs. And I'm also going to, where's my Discord? I'm trying to I like to post all my stuff while I do live streams. That's just me. So I'm gonna actually post this BTC real quick. Nothing crazy to look at. Let's look at the higher time frame. So let me give y'all a rundown of my thinking process for BTC for this upcoming Q4. Shout out to everybody in the stream. Make sure y'all drop a like on the stream. When the price moves so aggressively, does that invalidate ranges? It doesn't invalidate ranges. It just depends on the wick. it mainly depends on the wick. So say you have a range, right? You coming up, you start to get your preliminary support, right? Not preliminary support. When you're pushing up, let me see. I forgot. Do I need to study? Question mark. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Preliminary supply. Okay. So support for downtrend and then supply for uptrend. But basically, whenever you trending up, right, and then you come into this range, this high probability range, price can deviate your high, right, and then come back in, and it can kind of be aggressive. But the main thing to look at is your DL tool, right? I don't know if you have these settings on your DL tool, but as long as price deviated that high, this red line, and it didn't close above, right? Maybe it can close above, like one candle close above, and then the next candle aggressively gets the expansion back inside the range. We can still look at this as a potential distribution schematic in the making if we end up coming back up for either a model 1 where we sweep the high, or a model 2 where we just tap into, extreme supply or grab extreme liquidity. So yeah, just pay attention to the candles and the wicks. That's the main thing. Don't really too much pay attention to, I mean, yeah, pay attention to, like, if it's aggressive, just see if if it's actually a deviation, or if it's actual, like, market structure, right? You don't want to be trying to say this is a deviation, right? And then be trying to find some type of distribution schematic right here and say this is your 1, your 2, your 3. Like, no, this is obvious market structure, right? This is a higher low for a higher high, and then you can pull your range from top to bottom, and this gives you your range. This gives you your range, right? Something like that. What's good, bro? Round 2 stream. What's good, Mosque? Wait, how do you pronounce that? I'm gonna call you G. Bro, what's good, G? Round 2 stream, my bro. Buying Climax. I have the DL tool too. I use 1.3 and then negative. Let me see what my DL tool settings are. So my DL tool is 1 point. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what you should have. That's the settings that Lars gave us, and it works perfectly. It really showcases when prices deviate and when we start to range. It helps you, like, use that DL tool when you first starting out. I'm telling you. But with experience, you kind of, it's not that hard to really notice, like, oh, we're actually we're deviating high once you get the experience. Especially if it's like such an obvious POI for a third tap, or an obvious supply POI for like a model 1 third tap. Man, you know that that it's a setup in the making. Even if it's an aggressive expansion towards the upside, right? Because if it's an aggressive deviation, it doesn't matter. But let me see. Let me start cooking because I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much, chat. I gotta start cooking. Let's see. Copy this. BTC. Set your alerts at the range high. Set your alerts at the range high. Very simple. G is good. Hopefully we have a setup. Can hit tomorrow on, bro. We had a setup today on BTC, man. I missed it, bro. I was paying attention to it low key, but then I left, bro. We had a beautiful setup, bro. I mean, it was so clear, like it was picture perfect on BTC. Cause looking at the higher time frame, I was already expecting this, right? We have a 3-day breaker block right here, and then we got a nice supply POI. So when I seen that we came into this POI and we started having distributive price action, right? And then we came into a high probability range, leaving this nice sell side liquidity below. And then our third tap had this, this immediate rejection coming into the supply POI, breaking structure back to bear. This guarantees a full rotation towards this low. It guarantees it. You know what I'm saying? If it don't play out, it's like, okay, cool. But majority of the time, it's gonna play out. Like 6 out of 10 times, it's gonna play out when it looked this clean, right? But you have to be patient and you gotta understand, like, okay, this is a clean model. And then if you're looking at this and you trying to take this as an accumulation schematic, well, it played out, so I can't even use that as an example. But I had some student tell me that he was taking a position on Ethereum, right? He took a position on Ethereum. Let me show y'all where it's at. Well, he hit TP actually. He actually hit TP, but I told him like it's not a high probability setup. I personally wouldn't have taken it. I told him that it could play out, right? It definitely can play out, but I wouldn't have taken it. I wouldn't risk money on this setup. I think it was right here. I think he was asking me like, was this an accumulation schematic right here? And obviously it looks like an accumulation schematic, but it's like this is not high probability. You don't get your 1 minute breaker structure confirmation, right? That lower high for the lower, I mean, that lower low for the higher high. You don't get your confirmation because you don't have structure on the 1 minute. So you would have had to been on the 15 or 30 second just to actually try to say this is a valid model. But it ended up playing out. So shout out to him. I'm glad he managed it well too. Once he got this move up, I told him move his stop loss to break even. He already had moved it and he had TP, so that's good. But main thing is just not really taking like mediocre setups. Take the highest probability setups. You only need to take 2 to 3 setups a month in order to be profitable, right? But these setups appear every single week, right? Where you can net potentially 5% in a single trade. So then you lose your next trade. Okay, cool. I'm still up 4%. You lose your next one. Oh, I'm up 3%. And then your next trade is a 1 to 2. Oh, I'm at 5% now. And then you lose your next 2. Oh, I'm back to 3%. Then your next trade is a 6%. It's just all about slowly compounding your account, taking these high probability setups, right? Executing them with precision and accuracy, with clarity, right? Managing your risk properly, and yeah, that's all you have to do. That's really all you have to do. Okay. I'll do all this later. I'm just gonna update the charts for right now. Let me see. Make sure y'all go show love on my Twitter. Follow me. Turn on post notifications. I do be giving lock setups out for free. Like I just gave a set out. I gave a Solana set out. I mean a Solana setup the other day. Did I post it on X? I think I did. Yeah, right here. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, there we go. So this Solana short right here. As y'all can see, I gave this trade out live to the community. Man, I ain't give it out on my X, but I gave it out to my community. I should have gave it out on X, but sometimes I put it out on X too. All right, let's cook up. Let's update these main crypto trading pairs, and then yeah, we're gonna go from there. So I was looking at this as a potential like low time frame distribution schematic, right, or an internal distribution schematic, model 1, and we potentially get the rotation down towards this low. But as y'all can see, we kind of front run that low. That's why it's always good to front run your TP. Whenever you're trading, make sure you front run your TP. Yes, this is the technical target, but if you have like an obvious demand POI on your chart, right? Like this demand POI right here, this last bearish candle before the aggressive expansion towards the upside, you can TP right here. Like, what is this extra? What is this gonna do? make you an extra $50 or something. Like, bro, you don't want to be in a winning trade and then you see price pull back all the way and you get stopped out for break even because you didn't manage your trade. You know, I've done it plenty of times. So make sure y'all pay attention to that type of stuff. I'm about to go ahead and just cook up real quick. I'm also gonna play some music in the background. No, 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 I'm not gonna play music because I'm on YouTube. They be trying to copyright it. So let's see. This move is kind of looking aggressive right now. To be honest, I don't really want to be looking at Ethereum for potential distribution schematic right now because we kind of in the middle of nowhere. To be honest, we don't have really no supply POIs. Do we have a supply POI? I guess you could say this is a supply POI, that last bullish candle before the aggressive expansion towards the downside. So we got that as a supply POI. I have a supply POI right here. And I will look at this as a supply POI. Boom. So these are most like key important POIs for Ethereum as far as supply POIs. But we can extend these. And if you need help, if you trying to like get better at trading, get better at, you know, being able to find high probability TCT schematics, Wyckoff schematics, whatever you want to call it, feel free to text me, hit me up. I am coaching, and yeah, I just want to really be able to help people, like really help people in this financial market, especially after what happened yesterday. Is like that's, I mean, not yesterday, but October 10th, like that really woke me up because it's like, dang, bro, imagine like that could have been me. I could have lost millions of dollars, right? So that wakes you up and it shows you how important it is to, you know, manage your trade properly. Like, don't ever enter a position without your stop loss. You know, stuff like that, because you never know what can happen. Trump can say something dumb and boom. You know what I'm saying? Even though Trump is not the main, like, yeah, Trump said what he said, but the chart then was pointing towards the downside on BTC. So I'm trying to see, because Ethereum looks too, this supply above, let me see, if I extend this, go to the higher time frame. Yeah, so we got an initial range high. As y'all can see, we're in an uptrend, right? And then you have a move up, a move down, right? Your initial range low, you tap into the equilibrium and you deviate the high. So at this point, you pull your range from top to bottom, and this gives you your range. A Model 1 looks nice. Look at our DL2. We're coming up a little bit too aggressive right now. I don't like how aggressive we're coming up, but go ahead and yeah. So I would prefer a Model 1 just because it'll give price the fuel needed, right? If we tap into the supply POR to have that rotation lower. But at the same time, like the time displacement between tap 1 and tap 2 is 5 hours. So your time displacement between tap 2 and tap 3, you want it to be shorter, right? You want it to be shorter than tap 1 and tap 2. So if this is 5 hours, that's 5 hours, then you want this to be around the same time, right? So looking at Ethereum, we do have a nice supply POI that I seen. Low time frame, 1 minute supply. These last two bullish candles before getting the expansion towards the downside, and then we have our liquidity POI right here, which is simply just that high, that lower high for a lower low. So as y'all can see, we got that lower high for a lower low. That is your extreme liquidity POI, and this is your extreme supply POI to confirm a potential Model 2 distribution schematic, where a Model 2, you simply just get you get the lower high for the lower low. In a model one, you get the higher high for the lower low. Right? I don't like how aggressive we're coming up right now. So technically speaking, I wouldn't be trying to look to trade this right now. But technically speaking, this is your third top POI. Let's see. Sorry, man, but didn't pull the range from bottom to top. Where was your entry and stop loss? Hold on. Sorry, man, but didn't pull the range from. Sorry, man, but didn't you pull the range from bottom to top? For what? For which coin? Which pair? I pull my range from bottom to top for USDT because we're in a downtrend. On total, from top to bottom, BTC. From top to bottom, you can tell by this dot. That's the top and this is the bottom. And then on Ethereum, I pulled it from top to bottom because we're in the uptrend. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. But Ethereum is known to have ugly accumulation schematics or distribution schematics. Right? We front ran this POI right here. So we have equal lows down here. Nice liquidity target. Let's go ahead and extend this to here. Right there. Um, shit, LOL. I took the whole day off, kind of nice. Just studied a little on 5B now. Oh, nice. You on 5B in a mentorship 2025? Let me see. Mentorship. Wait, are you talking about the mentorship? On 5B now. What's 5B? Am I tripping? Oh, 2025B. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I got you. So you on high probability TCT models. Okay. Nice. Keep studying, brother. Bro, keep studying. If you truly want to be able to trade full time, right? I mean, you ain't got to trade full time, but if you really want to be able to consistently pull profits or make profit in this market, I'm telling you, you're gonna wanna study. Oh, bro, the current chart on ETH. Oh, okay, yeah. I showed you ETH though. I pulled it from top to bottom, from this high to this low, because this is our initial range high. This is our initial range low. And then when price come and tap into this equilibrium, this confirms the range, right? So this confirms this as a range. But do it look high probability as of right now? No, it does not. But let's set our alerts and let's see what happens actually. Because I want to be aware, because who knows? You might end up catching a trade. You never know. So as of right now, do we have demand below? No demand. We don't have any demand. Alright, I got an alert at this liquidity POI, and let me turn my volume down, because we might be able to catch a trade, potentially. Never mind, that don't look good no more. I'll just set my alert at this liquidity POI and leave it at that. I didn't look at the demand POI. Gotta find those hidden POIs. Those be the nicest POIs. This entire area is This entire move is demand, right? This entire move is demand, but the most refined demand would be right here. All right, so you can use this as your more refined, and then you can also just put this one on your chart just to be aware, because if we start to come into this demand POI, if we have moved downwards and we start to see signs of strength, right, indicating a potential reversal, we can use that demand as confluence. Like, okay, this is a nice spot to have a reversal. I need to put my glasses on. I don't need them, but I just prefer to have them because it just helps. Okay. Perfect. All right, so this is what we're looking at on Ethereum. Nothing crazy. We might get a if we get a model right here. If we get something like this, and we come up and we sweep this high, grab liquidity, get some type of rejection. If we get something like this, you can take this, right? And you can have a low time frame entry for a high time frame target, right? You can target the higher time frame. You can have a low time frame model, right? And then target the mid time frame technical target. And this would be something nice. This is something I would take, right? 7% on one trade. So we're gonna see what happens on Ethereum. I'm gonna actually post this on my X real quick. Okay, alerts are set. I'm only gonna set an alert at the high, and I'll set an alert at this low. I would definitely TP it right here at these equal lows. But more than likely we gonna take out that low too. But I would take a partial at this low. This is a potential setup in the making. And something like this would be nice. So I'll go ahead and post this one really quick. G, so I see that high probability, or where was your entry and stop loss? Which are you talking about for Solana? Got you. The line is to the second tap, hence got confused. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I extended it to the second tap just because I like the way it looks. Like, um, actually, I can keep it on the first tap. Actually, it looks even cleaner on the first tap because this is a perfect POI for a third tap. It looks very clean now that I pulled it back down because you want your third tap to be somewhere around this first tap, right? Your initial range high, you want your third tap to be in that area, and this is right there, right? So it makes sense. But right now we get an aggressive move higher, so not sure if we're gonna see that, but yeah. Go ahead and pull out XRP. you're talking about for the Solana setup though, my stop loss for Solana, if you look at the picture, I entered right here, expecting us to get the full rotation after coming into the supply, but we ended up coming back up, almost stopping me out, but then we ended up getting the full rotation back down. So yeah, my stop loss was right here, my TP was right here. I think I took a TP, my first TP probably at like this demand POR or this one. I kind of forgot, because that trade was like weeks ago, but it was a good trade. You know, it played out perfectly. Giving out to the community, or to my community in advance, right? No hindsight, oh, this is set up. Like, no, I give out setups. I've given out setups. I have a track record. You can go ask people about me. I've given out high probability setups to a lot of people, and they've been able to take advantage of them, you know? And that's what I want to continue to do. Alert set on Ethereum. XRP. Let's go ahead and post this real quick on you. Oh, shoot. Copy image. ETH look good. I'm not gonna lie. ETH look really good. Well, it did look good. Let's see what happens. Okay, now I'm gonna set an alert at this high, at this supply POR. Okay, it went off right away. I hate when it does that. Oh. This would be a confirmation right here. Set an alert right here at this low. Might have a short position on Ethereum potentially, but we do have demand that we have to be aware of. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on this demand POR. All we need to see is a pullback, right? A slow pullback, and then a move into our supply POR. And boom, we have a setup. As far as the XRP. My God, look at XRP, bro. That is disgusting, bro. I didn't even see this, bro. Look at this wick. I used to love looking at my XRP chart. Man. Bro, I gotta delete all of that, bro. I gotta do top-down analysis. God dang, bro. I did not know XRP dump like dear. So let's see. 2 week. We got 2 consecutive bearish candles. Right now we had a range high and a range low. We swept the range high, had a full rotation back towards the range low. is. Currently trading near the equilibrium. Okay. So you say 7% because it's a 7% risk to reward, and you risk 1% of your entire bag, basically. But I mean, it just like it's just a percentage. Like you could be on a live account, and you could be risking like $20, and then you make $60, and basically it's like a 3% gain on what you risked, right? It don't necessarily have to be on your account balance, right? But it's supposed to be your account balance, basically. But it's kind of just depend on how much you risk. It's risk to reward. So you risk 100 to make 300, or risk 100 to make 700, and if your trade hits TP, that means you made 7%. Setting stop losses makes sense on Model 1s when you enter at the bearish breaker structure, but Model 2s have some probabilities of becoming a Model 1. Yeah, but in that situation, Techno, you rather just take the L in order to get the W, right? Because you don't know if it's going to turn into a Model 1. So, say you're in a position and you think like, oh, it could turn into a Model 1, I'm going to leave my position open. All right. You get something like this, you come back up, you grab that high, you sweep it, and let's say this didn't even look that good, right? We had nice demand below, something like this. Well, actually, no. Yeah, let's say we got the confirmation right to go short. You went short on your breaker structure, put your stop above that high, and target the low. But in this situation, price ended up going up, and you like, oh, it could be a Model 1. If it's going to be a Model 1, you're going to get stopped out. Stick to the plan, right? You took this trade as a Model 2. Always put your stop loss above the invalidation. Because once this gets taken out, this trade idea is wrong, right? You're not going into this as a Model 1. You're going into it as a Model 2 trade. So take the L, and then once you get your reconfirmation, right? Price come up, sweep that high, you get your reconfirmation, then go short. Because you don't know if you're going to get that reconfirmation. You might get this right here. You might just get an aggressive expansion towards the upside, and then boom, your account blown, you're liquidated, and you're wondering like, dang, why didn't I, exit my trade? Why didn't I set my stop loss? And that just starts to mess with your psychology in the long run. So make sure when you're trading, have a set of rules that you abide by, right? Because that's the only thing that's going to keep you in. It's going to keep you from blowing up. It's going to protect you. I'm trying to figure out, should I look at XRP as a potential range for an accumulation schematic? Let's see. We're coming up aggressively towards this supply POI. How far this is? Oh my god, that's way too far. Matter of fact, I can keep this. I can keep this out here. Yeah. Good advice. Do you like to use the first breaker structure or second? I use the first breaker structure, the very first one I see. As long as it has no room for error. If it's like a demand POI below, then you kind of just want to wait till that demand POI gets tapped into, and you kind of see what price is doing coming into that demand POI, right? Or you can have like a starter position, put 0.3 right on the breaker structure, and then you tap into that demand, you bounce back, and then you get a reconfirmation, then you add the rest of your position or something like that. Yeah, because the confirmation is that first breaker structure, right? And sometimes you just want to be patient and wait, because you don't got to enter right on the breaker structure, but it just depends on the setup. If the setup looks super clean, there's no room for error, we got a Model 1, which is our bread and butter setups, right? Tapping into a nice supply POI. BTC is distributing, confirming the model. USDT is confirming the accumulations model. You got your total and confluence with BTC. Like, when all the majors and all the dots aligning, you just take your trade on the breaker structure. And that gives you the opportunity to de-risk your position quickly because say you get a breaking structure, right? A confirmation, you enter. If price goes in your favor, right, and then pulls back the slightest bit and then continues to go lower, um, it depends. If you have supply above, price could always come back for that supply POI, right? So if you did mitigate that supply, say you mitigated the supply POI and then got to move down, you can move your stop loss to break even already, and it's a risk-free trade. So when you're taking these models and the trade not playing out, most of the time you don't even have to take a loss because you're able to de-risk your position quickly. Right? So sometimes I take losses and it don't even really be a loss. I don't even lose nothing, or I might lose like a little bit because I managed my trade properly. I'm gonna actually pull this from right here, from right here to right there. And I just want to look at this volume. Let me look at this volume real quick. Okay. This was a crazy wick. Like, that wick is insane. So now I'm trying to break down these charts and do my TA. You gotta update these charts, man. These wicks, bro. That wick is insane, bro. They ate that wick up, though. So many people saw this as an opportunity, like, oh yeah, my turn. You know what I'm saying? Some people had millions of dollars, bro. And now they don't have it and the next person do. You know what I'm saying? But it's because they weren't prepared. You gotta prepare yourself. You gotta protect yourself in these markets because it's built for us to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the reality of trading. We're trading against like people with all type of tools and all types of money and connections, and they know stuff before it's gonna come, before it's gonna happen. More advanced technology than us. We just trading with simple supply and demand, range theory, market structure. Simple. We're keeping it simple but effective, right? Because it works. Why is this way out there? That's too far. It looks as if we're about to come into that supply POI. Ethereum. Do we have a trade on Ethereum? What does Ethereum look like right now? Okay. Because we grab liquidity. I would prefer to tap into the supply POI. I wouldn't even look at this. I mean, technically speaking, is this candle higher than that candle? These are equal highs. So you'll have to wait for this low to break. I'll set an alert at this demand POI. So you want to enter right here because you have demand right here. So you want to enter. Just want to stay patient. Alert set for Ethereum. And just be patient. Wait for the alert to go off. Let's go back to XRP. XRP is moving aggressively towards the upside as of right now. I'm actually going to go to this wick and I'm going to chop down this wick first. And then I'll do the rest of the TA. Let me see what's going on. Okay, obviously this is some type of demand. Will we have a full rotation towards here? Maybe. Maybe not. But you can just tell we had an aggressive V-shaped recovery, and then we had this last bearish candle before the aggressive move. You can use this as some type of support. And then do we have anything else that looks good? I think that's really all on the 1 minute. I wouldn't use this as demand because it's not two consecutive bearish candles. Kind of want to have two consecutive bearish candles, right? But I mean, you could use it as demand, but I would prefer us to tap into this POI. I like that POI better, a little bit better. Let's go ahead and exit replay mode. So we have our demand POI, and this could be for a potential third tap in the future, right? It don't have to be right now, because this is a high time frame accumulation schematic potentially, right? Say we start to get a rejection, we pull back. You have your initial range low, you have your sweep, and then if you come into this POI, maybe have a low time frame accumulation schematic, you can have a low time frame entry for a high time frame target. And that's how you get those high RR setups, just by understanding and paying attention to the context, right? Context is very key. When I first started trading, I didn't have the understanding of context. Why? I just did it, you know. I'll be honest. I just did it. I was just learning. I was just starting off. This could be looked at as liquidity. Oh, no. This is not the right POI. Wait, yes it is, because of this wick. But this could be liquidity, low key. Nah, I would look at this as liquidity. But then again, it could always just, and that's if we get the rotation lower. I don't even know if we're getting a rotation lower. I just want to be prepared for anything, you know. I'm not biased. I'm not saying XRP is going to boom and go to the moon, or it's going to dump. Like, I just trade the charts, you know what I'm saying? I trade the charts in real time, and whatever data I get, that's what I use to take my setups, like to take my trades. I gotta trade from an objective perspective. Got a demand POI right here. I'm gonna set an alert at that demand POI. Okay. What is Ethereum doing? BTC coming into some type of supply. This is what I want to see on Ethereum. I want to see us have a move down, showcasing a potential, you know, reversal, showcasing market makers filling their short position, and now I want to come up, tap into this supply, and have an aggressive expansion or an aggressive breaker structure. If we get that, that's our trade. We gotta get that. That's the only way. So we'll see what happens. Alerts are set. XRP. Have a demand POR right here. What's the high of this candle? 5651, 5649. So this candle's higher. So this is a valid demand POR. On a 10-minute, it probably don't look good on the lower time frame. Maybe, oh, it actually does, and it's backed by this low time frame demand. Sometimes I just go straight to the 1 minute, right? But just, you know, trying to just develop good habits and make sure I just start with the highest time frame and then go down to the lowest time frame and pay attention to everything, right? Every single candle, make sure I know exactly what I'm looking at. As far as alerts, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this alert up. Pull this right here. XRP don't have no type of range as of right now. Okay, so we're having an aggressive expansion towards the upside, right? prior to coming into our range. So whenever you get something like this, you want to look at, okay, how could this potentially be manipulation, right? This could turn into a PL3. It could. So just be aware. And whenever you have a PL3, you only trade the TCT schematic within the manipulation phase or within the expansion phase. Once you get that aggressive pop back inside, right? Confirming the PL3, if you find some type of redistribution schematic, high probability, you can take that and you can target the high time frame distribution schematic. But right now, you just gotta be patient and see what happens, because the market looks as if it wants to just continue to go higher as of right now. Maybe we be patient and maybe we get some type of setup coming into the news at 9:30, right? Maybe we start to reject and come back up, actually sweep that high, come back down, right? Something like this. The drawing's kind of ugly, forgive me. And get a rotation down on the news or sometime before the news comes out, so we already positioned before the news. Because if we're positioned and this is a high probability setup, news is just gonna push price in the direction that the model was already going in, more than likely. Okay, Ethereum is tapping into the supply POI. To be honest, I would prefer if we sweep this high. But then if we sweep this high, I would look at the range from top to bottom. I would look at this as my range high and this my range low. And this be our first deviation. And then we come back in and our third tap comes into the supply POI. I will look at it like that. But let's see. Our breaker structure will be right here. But we don't have any demand till right there. You'll be up 1%. Plus, you don't have such a clean return to zone. The return to zone is not clean. This aggressive move, you don't want to see this. But like I say, Ethereum have ugly setups. So that's why we got to make sure we're paying attention to these other altcoins. Let me just scroll through and see if anything looks clean before I continue to do TA. Fartcoin look like it's just ready to boom. Bro. Let me set my, okay. Let's see what happens. We gotta be patient because we do have demand right here. I got an alarm going off. Shout out to everybody in the stream. If y'all is new, make sure I hit that subscribe button. Okay, is this a trade? Like, it looks clean, but I wouldn't take it. It don't look clean actually. It could be clean, you know. It'll look clean if it plays out. But if you really want to be honest with yourself, we're having an aggressive move higher, leaving demand below, right? That's not what you want to see. Right? You don't want to see that. But hey, this would be your setup right here. I ain't gonna lie, this is not that bad. It's not that bad because it's Ethereum, and Ethereum always be looking ugly. Oh yeah, this looks clean. I'm not gonna lie, this looks clean now. Just seeing the aggressive move, everything pre-planned, like I told y'all exactly what I wanted to see. And now we potentially getting a breaker structure right now. So this is your confirmation right here. Where's the bar count now? Oh, 25 seconds. You gotta wait till it closes below. Matter of fact, this is not. I take, well, yes, it can be considered. Because this is a doji candle. And when it's a doji candle, you can still say that this is 2 consecutive bullish candles. On a 2 minute is too consecutive. But we didn't get no close. We didn't get no close below. We didn't break structure yet. There's no break of structure, so no confirmation. Turn my phone back on. Do you like to use GG minimize losses? Facts. Don't ever don't ever move your stop loss when you take a model 2 and try to say, oh, it might turn into a model 1. I mean, I've had situations where I could have done that and I thought about doing it, but I didn't. Bro, this is a trade, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. This is a trade. Hold on, I gotta send this to my community. This looks too clean. It looks too clean, bro. BTC coming into supply. Can we get a breaking structure back to bearish on BTC? 2 consecutive bearish candles. We need to break this low. But Ethereum looks so clean, bro. I wouldn't be looking at nothing except for Ethereum right now. And we got the breaker structure. It's just we have demand below. We have demand below. Let's see. Is supply being created on a move down? Let's see what happens. Is this a valid supply? Yes, that's valid supply. We got our confirmation. We got our supply POI that can protect price from coming towards our entry. I would say that this is a trade. Let's see what happens. We need to see like multiple candles close below. You don't want to see one candle close and then price start to immediately pull back. You want to see a convincing breaker structure back to bearish. Can you look at Fartcoin? I got you, brother. Hold on, let me pay attention to Ethereum real quick. Give me 1 second. Turn my phone up. Ethereum looks really good. Hold on. Wait back. Hold on, give me 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, this looks good. I want to actually give this out to my community. I like it. I will actually take this bold shot. It looks good, but BTC needs to actually break this low. Can we have some type of change in structure? But Ethereum's already confirmed. This is confirmed. This is a confirmed model. So let me find out. I'm giving out a free setup again because last time when I went live the other day, we had a trade, but I wasn't able to catch it. So let's see what happens. I want to see what happens coming into the supply POI. Like sometimes you just gotta be patient. Cause you want everything to align. That's the main thing. And this is, yes, we came into supply, so that's good. That can give us some extra conviction. But it's like just coming into the supply don't mean that we're gonna get the full rotation back down, which would be needed in order for this Ethereum trade to play out. So let's see. Do we reject or do we squeeze through? Okay. Let's see what happens. And this is why it's important to be patient, especially when the setup is not picture perfect, right? If it's not picture perfect, be patient. But for Ethereum have the craziest, ugliest looking like POIs. I wouldn't even be looking at this as supply right now. This was a fake break. This is not a convincing breaker structure. Yeah, that's not convincing. Like you could tell what's convincing. Like BTC when we came into this third top POI and we had this aggressive wick. That's convincing. That showcases like, oh, market makers are filling their short positions to push price lower. They're pushing price lower with market orders, right? There's a whole bunch of orders just sitting on this 3 day breaker block, also limit orders, and then you got people who see price reject from it, and then they start to enter short, and that just gives price the full rotation towards the technical target, which would be the range low for a distribution schematic. So that's not what we seeing on here, and we're leaving demand on the move up. Ugh, so ugly, bro. Ethereum, give us something nice. Come on. If we take this high out, I will look at this as my market structure low. I set an alert right here. And if anything, you can't enter right here, right? With your stop above that high, you can't enter because there's demand right here, right? Room for error. If this was the only demand, then you could enter, because by the time we get to this demand POI, we already up 2.5%. So you can easily just take a 30% profit, right? And have already realized 1 point like something. If it's a 1 to 3 and you take a 30% profit, take 30% TP, you're securing 1%. So then you're already risk free. And you don't gotta move your stop loss to break even. You could just let the trade play out, you know. But right now we just need to see what's going on. I don't like this price action, to be honest with y'all. I don't like it. BTC didn't break structure back to bearish yet. I need to see something. See, we didn't sweep that high. All right, let me check Fartcoin. Yeah, XRP look like it's just going higher. No models on Doge. Yeah, I don't see nothing. As far as Fartcoin, you want me to check Fartcoin? Fartcoin don't look good either. That's why I didn't rush into forcing it. Look at Fartcoin, bro. Like, bro, when I tell you, bro, I knew, bro. I kind of felt like the market was gonna go lower based off my Solana TA. Cause sometimes you can look at your altcoins and kind of see like, oh dang, if Solana looking really good for a high probability bearish PO3, then you know in order for it to play out, BTC has to go lower. So then you can be like, okay, well, let me see what BTC doing. You know, let's see. So XRP. I'm gonna just look at this low time frame, right? We had a range high, range low. We swept the high, and then we just swept the low. Since price is bullish, I would probably be looking at, well, not price is bullish, but since like the market like sentiment is kind of bullish right now, and Fartcoin just one of them coins that when it starts to move, it moves. But would I trade this? Is this a high probability setup? No. Do we have some type of accumulation? Price action? Yes. But the trade already kind of happened right here. This was a low time frame. Well, nah, this ain't even high probability because we swept that low. Let's see, a 3 minute. Took a second of bullish. Took a second of bearish. Okay, bet. So nah, because we swept the high. Yeah, that's not a valid model. No models on Fartcoin right now. I need a Oh yeah, Ethereum's not looking good. I was kind of focused on just trying to see what Ethereum was gonna do, but it don't even look that clean, anyways. It really don't. It's just like Ethereum sometimes don't look clean. So you gotta pay attention because it might not look clean, but it may still play out if you get the right confirmation, right, with your majors in alignment. Yeah. All right. I'll just keep my alert set, and then boom, we'll leave it like that. I'll set an alert at this demand POI right here, and I'll set an alert at our range high. Alert set. Did I finish XRP yet? Make sure I finish XRP. I don't really see too much going on with XRP. We just had a range. We broke out aggressively, and yeah, that's about it. We got some nice sell side liquidity below, but nothing really. You know, actually, all of this is liquidity. This all looks good actually, but we might not come back for it right now, but we could come back for it later. Is this trend line? Oh, that's trend line. Wait. Yeah, XRP. I would just be trying to look at XRP for a potential high probability distribution schematic. That's really it. If we get something like this, where we start to pull back, we start the range, right? We take the high out, and then we take the high out again. Something like this. Potentially. Oh, snap. What Ethereum doing? What the heck? I ain't gonna lie, this look really good. Yeah, that's what you want to see on Ethereum right there. Just need to wait for a confirmation. Did BTC break structure? Yup. This your setup right here. I would take this. I would definitely take this. If you're not in this trade right now, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know if I can even give this out to my community because it's like, oh my gosh. Potential 4% gain. We need to disrespect this demand POR. See how everything is aligning, bro. I hope y'all, bro. I really hope people actually like see this for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kind of even got your three top model up here. It's very low time frame. But you got your Model 2 distribution schematic right here. We hit the technical target. Now we getting followed through towards the downside. Alright, this is how you trade, bro. This is how you find those setups, bro. Let's get this money. It's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the money, money, money. I just want to make the world change. Forget about the bride, yeah. Forget about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Forget about the blah bling, blah bling. I just want to make the world change. Forget about the bride, yeah. What was it? 4%? Potential 4% a single trade. Giving out to the entire TDT, TDT, and TCT, CT, community at the exact at the exact time of entry. What is Ethereum doing? Wait, what's my entry? 7392. Dang, I got filled at 7392. Double check real quick. 46. If we start to move higher and not like get the follow through, I'm looking to close this position. It's that simple. Cause we have demand right here, so we kind of want to see price disrespect that demand POI. But we do have supply above. Let's see. The fact that BTC actually got such an aggressive move lower, and then Ethereum not really doing that, it's kind of sketchy. Hey man, see, this is not what you want to see. Forget about the. See, this is the room for error. This is the room for error. We need to disrespect this demand POI. USDT turned into a Model 1 on the higher time frame, where your second tap and your third tap just kind of combine. Cause let me see, are we still going lower? Nice bottom formation, but I don't like this wick down here on the 15. I don't like how that bottom wick don't have a candle. We need to get followed through right now on Ethereum. About to trail my stop loss. I would prefer to take a tiny loss, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna turn my stop loss. Even though I should, because this does not look good at all. I do not like how we bounced on that demand POI. I wish we would have just pushed through it because we distributed right here, right? We broke structure back to bearish. Expectational order flow is a lower high for a lower low. And we kind of got a low time frame distribution schematic, low key. Yeah, it don't look the cleanest though. This might not play out. This might not play out. I'm looking to close my position, but only because I want to see the follow through. If I'm not seeing the follow through right away, I'm going to save my capital. I'm going to preserve my capital, right? Especially if I'm in a funded account, risking live money, right? I don't want to be trying to trade with my expectations. I want to trade based off what I'm seeing. And if we just got this aggressive move like this, I want to continue to see that, and I want to see this demand POI get disrespected. Is these equal highs? That's higher. Okay. This one is higher, so yeah. We do have sell side liquidity locally, so that does help, right? We got one higher low, two, and then three. So we kind of got three higher lows right now. We got some nice sell side liquidity locally. So let's see what happens. So you don't want to see that. You don't want to see price starting to push up. But we already in this trade. I ain't gonna lie. I like it though. I like it. Let's check the volume profile though. Yeah, it's backed by the volume area high too. If we can get acceptance, see, we didn't get a break back inside the value. You don't have to get a break back inside the value, but it's extra confluence for sure. It's a 4% trade potentially. Yeah. Excuse me. I meant to post this. Damn, I didn't post it. Was this Ethereum? Oh my gosh, I didn't post it. GG's. All good. Let's see if we can actually, if this plays out, that'll be lit. Because this will be my second time going live and everything playing out. Bro. Ethereum. Are we getting the follow through? No, we are not. Yo, why we not getting the follow through, bruh? We could come up here and reject from this supply POI and then go lower though. That's the thing. But this, since the return to zone is not clean, I don't want to be in this trade if we don't get the immediate move, right? So it's like, it just depends. Sometimes you just gotta be in drawdown a little bit. And you just gotta stick to the plan. But at the same time, it's like, when stuff not aligning, then it's like, okay. When it's not very high probability, you don't want to just be trying to, you know, stay in a trade that's going against you. You want to cut your losses quick. Let's see what happens. We had demand. Okay, so we got a demand to supply flip. We should reject from here. Not gonna lie. We should definitely reject from here because this supply POI should be strong enough to get the move down. So like y'all see how where price is right now? If we can get a move down, right, taking out this low, you could trail your stop loss to this high. Price could always come back up and tap into this supply and stop you out. It's a potential, but it's like if you wanted to, you could trail your stop right here. Because like, bro, why would price need to come back towards this supply POI? If market makers are intended to push price lower, we should just get a bounce from this demand POI and then continue to go lower. But we're not seeing that right now. So trying to just see what's going on. I ain't drinking no water all day. You said 120. Holy day. Nah, bro. 125x. It doesn't matter. It depends on your position size. That's just to help you fill your order. That's just to help you fill your position, bro. The main thing is how much you risk. It's not really about your leverage amount. Excuse me. Excuse me. I like how we kind of stand right here, but I kind of want to see price display lower right now. I kind of want to get the move lower. BTC is going higher. I really don't like this, to be honest. We are in London session, so there is volatility in the market. This is our market maker supply. Yeah, close this trade on, bro. If we squeeze through this, no. BTC, what you got going? Nah, to be honest. Okay, we have this extreme supply right here. And maybe we could use this as liquidity. Or we grab that high potentially. Oh shoot. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, bro. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to work. I mean, I gotta work tomorrow. I don't gotta go to work, but I gotta work. Ethereum beating around the bush. He said 125x. God damn. Bro, you gotta you kind of gotta do your research and really fully understand what it means to trade with leverage. People have a misunderstanding of leverage, especially after what just happened. How people lost millions of dollars who were leverage long. So everybody commenting on Twitter, never use leverage, never use leverage. Like, no, it's not about leverage. Is not leverage is just a tool to fill your position. It only matters how much you're risking per trade, which can be 1% of your account balance. But you use the leverage in order to fill your position. Shout out to everybody in the stream. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if y'all is new. I appreciate everybody in the stream, and I hope people was able to take this trade with me. I really hope my boy Augustine took it because he's trying to pass his 100K account. Damn, bro. Where's Augustine at, bro? He probably sleep, bro. I wish I had his number, bro. Stop loss 4197.43. 4197.43. Yeah. Well, your stop loss should be at this high, which is 9743. Yep. This is your stop loss. So y'all see how we getting the move down right now? I mean, technically speaking, you're not supposed to move your stop loss because price can always come back up and tap into the supply POR, right? We could get a move down and we could come back up slowly. You get stopped out and then boom, you know. It's like not having that nice return to zone. I'm not really open to trying to see like, oh, can this play out? Like, no, I'd rather just get some type of re-entry, right? Or I'll miss out on the setup because there's going to be a million setups. So me missing out on one setup is not going to hurt, right? It's going to be a setup probably tomorrow or the day after that. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is just trying to preserve your capital, man. Just stay in the game, right? As long as you're in the game, you can't lose. But when you start to over leverage, over risk, start to just click the button, not trading based off your edge, but based off your emotions and how you feeling at that certain time and moment, that's when you start to, you know, stuff don't go your way and yeah, you blow up. So main thing is just like stay disciplined. He said, Daniel, yo, missed the open of this stream, but let's freaking go. Oh, dang. Wait, how long you been in here, Daniel? Make sure y'all drop a like on the stream if y'all haven't yet. I don't know if this is gonna play out, man, but you know, it looks good. It looks clean. We got everything's aligning, you know. Our second tap and our third tap is a little bit, the time displacement a little bit longer. 5 hours 10, 5 hours 40. So 30 minutes more. That's nothing. It's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So let's see if this can play out, man. Let's see. Let's see if we can get an Ethereum set up, a good trade. Damn, we got a demand PO right here. We got a demand. I would take a TP at this liquidity POI or at this demand. I don't know. That's if we even rotate. Ooh, we gonna move up. I don't like what I'm seeing. Let's keep going down. Let's move. Come on, BTC. You already got your breaker structure. You're respecting our market maker supply. Now let's get a move lower. It's as simple as that. But it don't look like it's happening. Some people might be looking to get an entry on this supply POI mitigation, right, with a limit order. But sometimes price don't come back up. Sometimes price will just continue to go lower and you never get your entry, right? Because you hesitated on your trade, right? When you execute on your edge and you know that it's just a numbers game, a probabilities game, right? A series of trades in order to, you know, really be profitable. Like one trade doesn't mean nothing. Like this one trade means nothing because you manage your risk properly. You enter based on your confirmation. Context is in your favor, right? All the stars are aligning, right? If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. There's nothing we can do about that, right? All we can really do is stick to the plan. Let the trade play out. But like I said, me saying that I'm gonna move my stop loss and like I'm looking to close my position if I don't see the type of price action that I want to see, that's simply because we don't have the cleanest return to zone. If right here, this aggressive move right here, if instead we came right here and we kind of slowly grinded up, leaving higher lows, right? And then we came up here, that I would just not even, I will set and forget, you know? But this is, it's a little sketchy looking. But Ethereum always looking sketchy. But BTC is kind of looking good right now. So we just got to see what happens. I don't know if this is going to play out. It's not the highest probability, right? But it look nice. Definitely look nice. I just want to get the move down. We're kind of consolidating near my entry. don't know why I think about you all the time. And you ain't just down for the ride.
You screaming?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you got the door open.
You can close it. I don't know. I don't know if it
I can
opened by
close it.
itself or
Why
what.
I gotta close it? You had it open.
I don't know how it
You
opened.
tell me I can close it like I open it.
Oh.
The hell?
Hey, man. The crazy part is I gave this trade out to everybody in public. So if it hit TP, that's gonna be nice because it was given out to the whole community. But right now it don't look too good. I want to go see this low get taken out. I don't want to see price just bounce from this demand POI and continue to go higher. But the fact that we kind of consolidate right here, it showcases kind of like indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. So we kind of just got to see what's gonna happen, you know. But no risk, no reward. You know, this is a 1 to 4, right? You lose if you lost your last 2 trades and you win this trade, you're up 2%, right? You took 3 trades, 2 losses, 1 W. Well, if this plays out, you know, it's all a probability game, and it's all about just having when you're having your wins be more than your losses. But I don't like this price action right now. Oh, this junk is disgusting. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. How long have I been streaming? I'm only streaming because we in a live trade, but I'm actually finna end it soon and just say forget. Yo, can you send the link for your Discord or is it on your Twitter? It's on my Twitter, and then I was gonna put it in my description. But yeah, it's on my Twitter at Markel Simons _. But I'll send it. Give me 1 second, brother. I got you. I don't know why I think about you all the time, and you ain't just down for the ride. Yeah, I don't like the price action we getting, man. Dang, bro. I would have preferred if we just disrespected this. Well, we kind of, nah, we ain't disrespected. We just had a nice, we kind of had a deep retracement. That's all. Kind of towards like that 50%. Yeah, see, I don't like this right here. But we gonna stick to the plan. You know what I'm saying we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, so we kind of came into that 50%. This ain't looking too good, chat. It's not looking too good, bro. I like how we leaving these lows behind though. We actually leaving some nice lows behind. I like this. When we start to get the move, we should just flush. Like these candles right here, these 4 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should just flush because it's nothing but sell side liquidity. I don't know why I think about you all the time, and you ain't just down for the ride. What can make a grown man lay down and cry? With thoughts he watched, shit wrecking my brain to ease with the pain. Bro, see, this is why I was stuck on Ethereum the whole stream. The whole stream I was stuck on Ethereum because, bro, no other pairs look good. Ethereum don't even look good. It don't look that good. But it's like, I'll give it a try. You know, I'll give Ethereum a try before I trade anything else. Yeah, because no other pairs look distributive. We don't have no type of high probability distribution or accumulation schematics. Like, look at Fartcoin. Fartcoin don't even look good. It's probably people who started FOMOing into long positions right here. Now they might get liquidated if we get the move down, but shoot, as of right now, looking a little sketchy. And there we go. Yup. Might get stopped out. See what happens. This is the make it or break it. And that's why it's key to just, but I'm going to take the whole entire L. I'm not. If y'all want to close y'all position, y'all can, but let's see. I'm going to be patient. This is not what you want to see, though. You don't want to see price tap into this demand and do this. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This trade been looking sketchy ever since I entered it. Ever since we bounced from this demand PO, I was like, bruh, this does not look good. But, hey, man, they'll give it a try. Yikes. Yeah, I would just close this. I'm not going to hold you. This jump looks terrible. I'm going to stick to the plan. But, boy, this looks terrible. This is extreme supply. We don't reject right here. We're not going lower. It's that simple. And that's why I was going to trail my stop loss to this high. And I would have already got stopped out right now. I would have already been stopped out. I would have been stopped out for a tiny loss. But since there's supply above, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be patient. I'm going to stick to my rule and just wait for price to go up there. And 50%. And then what? 17%. That's extreme supply. We don't reject from here. We're not rejecting. We're not going lower. Shit be wrecking my brain. Cope with the pain. If you want to join my Discord, brother, just join this Telegram link that I'm about to join. That I'm about to send, and then you will see my link, or you can check my Instagram. You can check my Twitter. Trench Insider. I'm on the wrong YouTube channel. I'm on my second channel. Yeah, this not gonna play out, chat. Hey man, it was a good one. We tried. That's all you can do. It wasn't the highest probability though, so I just made sure that I continue to tell y'all that. Just because of this aggressive move higher. I don't know. More than likely this gets stopped out. Because I feel like this is going to turn into a range where we sweep this high. And maybe we create a new range. Get your groove on right now. Bro, I got stopped out. Yeah. Why does it say, oh. Bro, price is not finna fully rotate. Let me find out. Let me find out, Gage. I think BTC continue to push higher. I don't know. It's sketchy. very sketchy. I'm tired, bro. Let's do 10. Start at bed. Bro, appreciate that. Hey, this is the reality of trading. This wasn't the highest probability setup though. That's the thing. But did it have a chance to play out? Yes. But the fact that y'all see we bounce from this demand POI, ugh. Why can't we just? It's cause everything's going higher. That's the thing. Everything's going higher, bro. What fart coin looking like? Bro, look at the way we left all these nice lows, bro. There's no way. Not gonna lie, bro. I would be so mad if we came all the way here to this 1 minute supply. I'll be like, bro, really, really? That's like really 2K. Oh, we actually mitigated that. Okay, smooth. Extra confluence. Yeah, this don't look good though. This trade probably won't play out. On to the next. As long as you manage your trade properly, that's all that matters. If you over risked, if you over leveraged, that's when things start to, it's like, shoot. But as long as you just, manage your risk on the risk 1%, maybe 0.5, since the setup wasn't too crazy, and you see price going against you, you close your position, you take a small loss or something like that. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna let this trade play out, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully it plays out. That's like the last supply POI. So it's like if we're gonna reject, can we reject right now? Because there's no more supply. There's no reason for price to come higher. If price go higher, we're gonna get stopped out. I thought this trade idea would have already got stopped out. Let me pull up chat. I got chat up right now. Um. Good morning, Matrix. USDT +1 accumulation schematic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like USDT and Confluence, BTC and Confluence. You know, like it ain't like I'm just trading blindlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trading based off like all the dots connecting, everything. Like looking good. I'm not just forcing anything. I'm not finna get y'all any type of setup and tell y'all to enter it. Right? I'm gonna get y'all set up if I really honestly think that it's gonna play out. But just because I think it's gonna play out and I think it looks really good, don't mean that it's gonna play out, bro. That's just how it works. That's how trading goes. So when y'all taking these setups and y'all following somebody and y'all trying to like take the trades that they're taking, don't try to just he said this a trade, I'm gonna take it with 2%, 3% risk. Like no, just manage your risk properly. Right? Do the things that you're supposed to do. That's gonna lead to you being successful in the future. If we start to take out this first low, I'm gonna love it because we got nothing but sell side liquidity locally. I ain't gonna lie. If somebody got in on this demand POI, that's tough. Like, I mean, the supply POI. Imagine getting in right here with your stop above this high. Bro, that's a 16% gain. Like, that's crazy. You already up 1.5. Nah. All right, chat. I'm about to end my stream. If this trade doesn't play out, hey man, it's a probabilities game. One trade is not gonna make you go broke or make you go rich, right? It's slowly compounding those small gains that's gonna lead to those large profits, right? Stack up those small wins. Continue to get small wins, and then once you got a little buffer, or you done made some money, a little something, then you can start to let me try to bump my risk up a little bit, right? Once you're advanced and you know what you're doing, you have experience in the market. But before that, hey, if you're not advanced, if you don't have experience, take your time. Start off with low risk, and just study. Study. He said, "Good to see we got folks on the West Coast." Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not in PDT alone. PDT. Hold on. Pause. Pacific. Wait. Hold on, bro. I want to say nothing stupid, bro. What's PDT? Hold on, bro. Oh, PDT time. What does PDT stand for? Pacific, right? Okay. I knew I wasn't tripping. Where did D come from? Oh, daylight. Oh my God. Somebody help me. Help me. Somebody help him. He needs some milk. Oh, bro. Forgot about daylight. Bro, where are you located? Dang, bro, yeah, that's lit, bro. It's nice having people. I know some people, like, I know somebody live in like I forgot what state he live in, but we got some TCT traders in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Lars just left the United States. Nigga just left Cali. Bro. But nah, it will be lit to connect with some other traders who's actually invested and committed to, trading. It'd be so lit. PST equals PDT. Same. Oh, Seattle. Pacific Seattle time? What? Wait, I'm so lost. Holland? Oh, you stay in Holland Matrix? True. And then you got Techno. He stays in Washington. Smooth. You stay in Washington, I stay in Cali, bro. Lars was just in Cali, bro. I was so mad, bro, because he was 6 hours away, bro. I just wanted to meet, bro. Just say what's up, connect, get some advice, some knowledge in person. That junk hit different. But hey, man, one day, just gotta keep working, keep grinding, keep showing up, keep going. That's why my motto is keep going. Because like nothing happens overnight, bro. People go to college for 4 years and be in debt just to get a job and start working to pay their debt off. So if you start to look at trading as, oh, I'm in college, this is only my first year, and I've come so far, like, then it kind of encourage you to continue to go, right? That's just for any business, any path that you choose. Yeah, not looking good right now. We ain't get stopped out. Well, I ain't gonna lie, trail stop loss, trail stop loss. Definitely trail stop loss. My mouse on. Excuse me. I don't know why I think about you all the time. Stop loss trail. Yeah, if y'all still in this trade, like, yeah, could it play out? Definitely. And to be honest, it looks clean as hell. This has to play out, bro. If we get stopped out, it's because price is gonna sweep this high once more and then go lower. Maybe. Maybe. Because if you're looking at price right now, we kind of have a distribution schematic. Because we got our initial range high, initial range low, and then we came, we deviated the high, got acceptance back inside. And now we having a slow grind up, leaving nice sell side liquidity. Coming into our third tap POI for this low time frame model. Um, we should continue to get the move down. We need to break this low though. We need to break this low. We need to take out this low, bro. Come on. It looks so sketchy, bro. Y'all see this? It looks less sketchy, bro. Oh my gosh. It should not look this sketchy. But I kind of like this distributive price action that we seeing up here. It's just like I would have preferred to already be de-risked, risk-free type beat, but every trade not gonna work out as you want it to. And knowing that, okay, this trade might not work out, so why would I over leverage? Why would I risk 20% of my account balance? Knowing that this is just one trade and it might not even play out, right? Let me risk zero point 0.5. Let me risk 0.03. Let me risk 1%, especially if it's not the highest probability at the moment of entry. At the moment of entry, we had room for error. So I would just journal this. I'll definitely journal this. Um, I kind of just I like what I was seeing, and I kind of pre-planned it. It kind of gave me exactly what I was looking for. So I took it right, and BTC. We distributed. You know, broke structure back to bearish. Let's see what. So this is one move up. One move up. Oh, we didn't even really. I guess you could say we SFP'd it. We didn't break structure actually. Yeah, this don't look good. It does not look good at all. I don't know. But I was low key expecting, a lower high for a lower low. Let's see what happens. The more we start to like build these highs, the more I think price gonna go and sweep those highs. Look at Ethereum just beating around the bush. Sometimes you have setups and they just like play out so fast, bro. They be like on a really low time frame too. So you might lose this trade, but then like 2 days later, you might get a low time frame scalp for like a 5%, and then boom, you're up 4% for the week. It's just a probabilities game. Nah, fam, I live in Seattle. Shout out to Cali. Oh, you live in Seattle. Seattle, Washington? Let me check. How far is Seattle? 12 hours. 12 hours away from me. 12 hours. How is it living in Seattle? That boy in Washington. Washington, D.C. This trade does not look the best. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, chat. This trade looks terrible. I mean, it don't look terrible. It actually kind of look good, but like, ugh. It looks good because this nice sell side liquidity. But it's like, man, if we don't get the move down, if we don't break this low right here, this is not gonna play out. Like, we need to actually smash through this low. We don't need to kind of fart around, beat around the bush. Like, no, we want to get a convincing breaker structure, something like this, showcasing like, oh dang, market maker stepping in, they pushing price lower, we're good. You know what I mean? Then if you get some type of pullback, okay, cool, because this pullback can be just manipulation. But can we get an aggressive breaker structure confirmation? That's what we got right here, and that's why I entered, because I saw this aggressive bearish breaker structure coming into my third tap POI. It's just we had room for error right here. That's kind of backed by the volume area high, so I got to journal that. But all the stars were aligning, all the dots were aligning, so I took it. But the fact that we respected this high and we're getting a move down right now, it kind of showcases like, okay, this is a protected high. But we just need to continue to get that move lower. If we don't continue to get the move lower, then yeah, ain't gonna play out. Let's see what it's looking like on a higher time frame. Do we have any type of topping formation? Okay, we got a nice little topping formation. Looking at the bars pattern, if this candle closes bearish in the next 22 minutes, bars candle, y'all can see we kind of have move up, and we have another move up. And we have a move up, almost coming to stop us out, and now we're seeing a move down. So if we continue to go down and we close this candle bearish, expectation order flow should be a lower high for a lower low. So this is what we should see, something like this. Looking at the bars candle or the bars pattern. Yeah, bars candle. But let's see. Let's see. That's all we can do. It looks good though. It looks clean. This looks clean, bro. I would take a L on this. I'm not gonna lie. I would take a L on this any day. Two consecutive bullish candles, two consecutive bearish. So this is your market structure. You got this right here. And then it came down. It came up. It don't look the cleanest right now though. Just based off this price action right here. Hey man, I'll take this any day of the week though. No cap. 4%. Yup. A 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. I'll probably risk like 0.5, 0.4 or something like that. But like an actual high probability setup with a nice return to zone. Oh, that's a full risk. I like it, man. We need a closed bearish. Can we get an engulfing bearish candle? What is BTC doing? BTC still beating around the bush. I know everybody expecting higher, but I'm just looking at price action in real time. Hey, we could go higher. USDT look like it's trying to go lower, low key. It ain't the highest probability accumulation schematic either. Yeah. Might not play out. All good though. On to the next. Alright, chat, I'm about to end stream. I've been streaming for a minute. If you're in this trade, I really do hope this trade plays out. I do my best to give the best setups that I can possibly give. I can give you an A+ setup where everything aligns and it can still not play out. It's a probabilities game. So understand what you're getting into when you start to trade, right? If you want to trade, you need to take it serious. You need to look at it as a business. You need to manage your risk, right? That's the main reason why majority of people fail, because they want to get rich quick. You're not going to get rich quick. Take your time, slowly scale your account, compound your account, develop the skill set, right? Study for a year or two. You ain't even gotta risk no money. Save up all your money for a year or two while you studying all the TCT concepts, back testing, taking trades, but using like a demo account or maybe a prop firm account that costed like $100. Like go get you like a 25K, 10K account, something like that, and just slowly just try to start scaling. Don't try to just get rich overnight. But this trade looks as if it's about to get stopped out. Yeah. Okay, I got my alert set. I'm about to KO because I gotta wake up early. And we'll get back with y'all. I will get back with y'all. I will get back with y'all tomorrow, or if y'all in my community and Y'all follow me. Just stay tuned. Turn on post notifications, and yeah, let's hope this Ethereum trade plays out so everybody in the TCT community can eat. Okay, okay. Oh, bro, play out, please, because I love the way you respected this invalidation. I love it. I don't care that you're consolidating right here. I like how you came up and you went so close to stopping us out, but didn't. When I see that, that showcases like, okay, this is potentially a valid invalidation. The market makers is not going to allow price to come here. So that's what I'm looking at right now, chat. That's what I'm looking at. That's my, I ain't perfect, but I promise you, over a series of trades, you will be profitable taking my setups. I give setups out that be 10%, 5%, 6%. Like sometimes I give 2% trades. Yeah, cool. But I be catching a lot of low time frame scalps that play out within the same day, and it's all because I have the experience. I've taken so many losses and so many L's, and it's just like, bro, experience is the best teacher. Lars is a great mentor. He's a great teacher. But until you get them hours behind that screen for yourself, like your chances of making it is not high. It's not likely because you need at least like 10,000 hours, right? Maybe not even 10,000, but at least like 5,000 hours of screen time and experience. It takes time to really perfect your trading strategy and perfect your psychology and everything. So it's just all about development. Continue to develop, continue to strive for greatness, and don't ever quit. Like if it's not trading, if it's anything in life, whatever you're trying to pursue, it don't gotta be trading. But just keep going, and understand that it always gets brighter at the end of the tunnel. Bro, it always get brighter. Come on, hype. Play out, hype. Let's go. I mean, not hype. I just read Laura's tweet. Talking about hype. Come on, ETH. I don't know why I think about you all the time. And you ain't just down for the ride. Make sure y'all join the VIP. I'm telling you, join the VIP, bro. I am so determined to make sure that I teach y'all how to actually beat these markets. Well, you can't beat the market, but how to ride the wave, right? How to ride the market wave. Let's put it like that, right? The market is on its own wave, right? And what we trying to do, we just trying to hop on our surfboard. We trying to ride the wave, right? We ain't trying to do too much. We ain't trying to turn left when the water going right. We trying to stick with the wave. Oh, bro. Hey, be honest. Am I cooking? Cause honestly, bro, that's what we trying to do, bro. Like, we just trying to cook and ride the wave. Like, we ain't trying to predict. We trying to react. You feel me? Okay, Ethereum getting the move lower. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. That is so good. Can we close below that? Please close below that. Come on. What BTC doing? BTC going lower. Oh, USDT respected this demand POI. Hold on. And we got a breaker structure back to bullish. This is bullish. Hold on. It is bullish if we can break above this supply. And we got demand created on the move down. Even better. I mean, on the move up. We tapped into our most extreme demand POI. very low time frame, but I'm just trying to see what confluences we got right now for this trade to potentially play out or for it to potentially not play out, right? You got to be on both sides. And right now, if we don't surpass this supply POI, I don't know if this gonna play out. But like I said, the way we're coming down, leaving all this nice sell side liquidity, or for BTC, sell side liquidity, but for USDT, buy side liquidity, it looks good. We just need to see the move. Like, we need to close below this line. We need to close below our market structure low. Let's see. Is it 5 minute? 3 minute? I'm glad we got the move down though. That's perfect. That's why it's important to stick to the plan, and that's why I make sure I didn't just try to tell y'all like you can close your position if you want, but it's like you're supposed to stick to the plan. Cause I done had some times where I traded BTC and price came like it did this. Matter of fact, I don't even have to draw it. It did this exactly. It came so close to my stop loss and reversed. And the fact that I stuck to my plan and I stayed disciplined, I was able to benefit off that trade. But I could have easily just closed my trade, you know. And that's why it's just like you gotta really truly accept the risk, right? And you got, don't over risk, because when you over risk, then it's kind of hard to accept the risk. But if you risk in a low amount, right? If you're not really that confident in the setup, and you just want to risk maybe a 0.3 or 0.4 just to see, you know, because a 0.3 or a 0.5, you still make 2% on this trade. So you risk 0.5 to make 2%. That's not bad, right? If it plays out. But if it don't play out, then you only lose 0.5. But if you try to risk 2% on this trade, then you know you just lost 2% for no reason. It's no need to lose 2%. Unless all the variables are there. Everything has to align. We need to close. We're not closing, bro. We're not closing below that low. Sketchy. Very, very sketchy. Shout out to Cali. I've been living in Cali for the past like what, year? Almost 2 years. About to be 2 years. Wait, is it about to be 2 years or 1 year? Oh no, it's about, wait, whoa. It's about to be 1 year. I'm tripping. October, wait, September. Oh, I've been down here for 1 year. I came down here September last year. So it's been a year and like 13 days or something like that. I'm from Florida originally. All right, chat. I want to stay and watch this trade play out, but I kind of, like I said, I gotta work tomorrow. I got some calls in the morning. If y'all wanna, you know, learn how to trade, learn how to take these high probability setups, find these setups, and slowly compound your account, make sure y'all follow me on X, and make sure y'all join the VIP mentorship. It's that simple. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that all my students receive the best education, the best like gems and advice based off my experience, right? Based off my experience in the market and just overall, just help improve y'all trading, right? As an individual trader. So make sure y'all join the VIP mentorship. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next trade. I'm gonna catch y'all in the flip side, because I want to say in the next stream, but I don't know when I'm gonna stream. So I'll catch y'all in the next stream. Make sure y'all follow me on X. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. And yeah, it's your boy K4. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. We gone. Peace. As a matter of fact, should I trail my stop loss again? Yeah. We shouldn't come back up. But I mean, regardless, you're not really trailing nothing until you get that move down. You need to get that move down. All right, chat. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all stay disciplined, stay patient, and if this trade don't play out, don't try to make the money back. Just let it be. Journal and just move on to the next trade, right? And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. We gone. Peace.